Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new episode of our Road to Glory save here with York City, where we take York from the conference all the way up to the Premier League and hopefully beyond. Today, coming up, we've got our last game of the first season where we play Gloucester in the league. I'll take you through what's been going on in the games off screen and take you through some of our expectations and ideas for the season coming up. So where you left us last, where I left you last, guys, was we played Blythe and Southport, who we beat 4-2 and 3-1 respectively. We then went on to close up the rest of the season with a really strong run of form here. We beat Spennymoor 4-1, Cox, Ben Camis and Navarro all scoring there for us. We then moved on to Chester at home, beat them 5-0, Kempster, Navarro, Jordan Cox. I think that's the game that finally sealed our championship promotion. Our promotion as champions. We then lost against Guiseley, another one of these odd results that just sort of keeps cropping up every now and then here for us. We beat Altrincham 3-1, Luca Navarro scoring a hat-trick. We beat Brackley, again hat-trick from Navarro here. Sensational player Navarro, highly recommend you get him for your lower league saves if you can, he's on a free. Kings Lynn 3-2, Pietro Romano and Kempster. Against Telford we won 1-0, Nassim Lanka on his return to the team after injury scoring there. Curzon Ashton we beat 2-0, Kempster scoring a brace, and then the last game we had was against Darlington 5-2, Luca Navarro, Nathan Dyer and Milan Bars. So coming up for us then, we've got our final game of the season against Gloucester. I will see you in the match shortly. So here we are then, guys, on the day of the game, York versus Gloucester. You can see on the team here, Ryan Whitley is playing a goal for us. Peter Jameson has got a knock here. Unfortunately as well, Steve McNulty is not too happy with me. He's good mates with Sean Newton, who is out of contract, and I'm going to sell him basically, or let him go for free to help with the wages there that we discussed last episode. So Ryan Whiteley is coming in, only a 2-star keeper. I think it's pretty clear for everyone where we need to strengthen in the summer. That's going to be my main priority, bringing in a number one goalie. Let's go on to the game. Yeah, so like I say, I mean, we went up as champions. I'll show you the table shortly. Submit team there. Went up as champions. I'll show you the table shortly. I mean, it was pretty unsurprising, really, given that we were predicted first in the Media 11. We've got a much bigger budget than the rest of the league, and we only added with some amazing youngsters, I think, strengthening in the summer period. Here we are then, York versus Gloucester. So up top we got Kempster, Navarro, Bars, Camis, Vieira, Jordan Cox, Muscat, Harry Spratt, Romano and Dyer. I'm trying out Spratt a little bit more at left-sided defence there, and then Whitley in goal. So let's move on to the game here. So last game of the season, as you can see from the table here, we smashed through 100 points, which is one of our targets right at the start. We're on 114 at the moment. So let's see what we can do this match. York versus Gloucester here at Bootham Crescent, fitting way to end the season at home, so we can celebrate with the fans. Vieira, Dyer plays it off to Muscat. It's on the high speed again, which I was using in the in-between parts to get through them quicker. Bars, Kempster. Yeah, so a lot of the youngsters I've given new contracts to. Most of the players who are over sort of 23, 24, I'm just going to let go at the end of the season. I need to, a lovely goal there from a free kick from Navarro. He has been absolutely outstanding, 31st goal of the season. Yeah, so like I say, a lot of the players I'm just going to let go at the end of the season on free contracts. Really cut them out of the wage budget. There was better news, by the way, on the wages. The board announced the transfer budgets for next season. I'll show you that again a little bit shortly after the end of the game. Dyer plays it into Muscat. With the inverted wingers, inverted wing backs, by the way, they like to sort of cut in to the pitch, and it helps with the 4-4-2. I think when you've got two midfielders, if that makes sense, and then the wing backs are sort of cutting in to help. I quite like the way it works, this tactic. Navarro next again. He is been an outstanding signing for me. Unfortunately, Shrewsbury, I think it is, already want Navarro. They're looking to snipe him away from us, so I'll need to look out for that. He's already under contract until 2021, so hopefully it won't be a big of a deal. Navarro with the cartwheel celebration there. Excellent stuff. Let's skip the old replay. So all in all, I'm really happy with the way this season turned out. Our goal at the start of the season was obviously to go up as champions and to go up well. But it was also, if you remember, to Navarro, to basically buy in youngsters, bring in youngsters with good potential that we could develop ourselves and then sell on for massive profits, which I think we've achieved here with the likes of Ben Camis, Vieira, Jordan Cox, Bars and Navarro. I think if you're doing a save like this yourself with York or somebody else, whatever your budgets are, you should really look in to some of those players that I've mentioned. Navarro scores again. That's his hat-trick, 33rd goal of the season now. Absolutely tremendous from Navarro. Surely my player of the save so far, although I do like all of them, to be honest, all of the youngsters that we brought in. So 36 minutes gone, York 3, Gloucester 0. Skip the, we don't need another highlight there. Yeah, I think in the summer, once we've got rid of all the dead wood, I'll take a look at the squad that's left. I want a goalie. I want another centre-back, because I'm not sure about McNulty, whether or not he's got another year in him. And I want possibly a winger who can play on the left, and maybe a backup left-back also. But I'll take you through that once the match here is finished. Let's go to the dressing room and give the team talk. Hand over to assistant. Yeah, speaking of the assistant, Mickey Cummins, the staff contracts are all up for renewal, of course, and a lot of them won't be getting renewed. I want to keep improving. There's no room for sentimentality if we're going to be doing back-to-back promotions, which is our target. Oh dear, what happened there? Mensah scores. Good player, I think, Bernard Mensah. I've had him on a previous save. I think he was on my shortlist at the start. So Brunt gets it here, picks it up. Hanks with the ball over the top again. Yeah, there it was, that tackle there from Harry Spratt, who failed to sort of pick up his man, and Mensah makes the most of it. Hey ho, we're going up, doesn't really matter. Bootham Crescent, by the way, attendance 3.5k, really good. It's been hovering around sort of between the 2.5 to 3.5 for this level. That is really outstanding. I mean, it does go to show how overpowered York are in this league. In the next league, in the Vanarama Conference, Spratt scores from a Cox free kick. In the conference itself, I feel it will be a bit of a sterner test for us. I still think we can go up as champions from there. I'm very confident. Let's just get to the end of the game here, get to the end of the season. Check. In fact, I think I'm going to make some changes here. Let's have a look. I want Lankar on for Coxey. Harrison, by the way, I know I said I wasn't going to train him as box-to-box. I have been training him as defensive midfielder, and he's improved his positional sense there. Unfortunately, his stats are going a little bit down, but I'm happy to have a versatile player on the bench. Moore has been outstanding as well, while Dyer's been out. So let's just confirm that sub there. And do a shout. Oh dear, Mensah through again. Mensah scores 4-2 to York here. We've got to be careful again here. It's been disallowed for offside. Let's have a look at this. So Senior picks it up again. This ball from this anchorman here, or deep line playmaker that they've got. It's a role I do like to play myself as well there. We're going to bring on Moore for Dyer. We're going to bring on Harrison for Vieira as the box-to-box like last time out. So yeah, this week has been tremendously busy for me. I'd like to give a massive shout out to my friend FM Lama for giving me a shout out on his channel. It's really, really appreciated. I was unbelievably surprised and chuffed, I think, when he mentioned that he did that. And of course the extra views came in as well. So if you are over from Lama's channel, big thanks to all of you. Like it really does make my day to see the numbers in the sort of 10s to 20s rather than in the 0s to 1, 2, 3. You know, it makes a difference to know you're producing something that people are actually watching. So hopefully you continue with us for the stretch. I am working on things as we progress. So I am a brand new YouTuber. I only started last week, or was it the week before, as you can see from the thumbnails and the videos that we had there. So hopefully you'll begin to see sort of dramatic improvements as I get more practice and better software and equipment, etc. So Romano played it there to Lankar. Lankar over the top to Bars. Bars scores his 10th goal. He did get to 10 goals. Excellent stuff from Milan Bars there. So Bars, Coxey, Romano, those names you really should remember, I think, if you're planning on a lower league save in England in the conference. I know York obviously have a huge budget as well, but yeah. So I'll take you through at the end of the game here what the stats were for the players for the season. There we go then, chaps. York finish 42 games played, 116 points at the end there. So I am absolutely chuffed with that. Yeah, we'll move on. We'll do a bit of a player analysis. A tiny bit. I don't want it to drag out too much, and I'll explain where I'm looking to sort of progress in the off season. So here we are then, everyone, on the final league table of the season. Here you can see York City finishing as champions, 116 points. Second place were Kidderminster. They ended up on 92. In this division, in the Vanarama National League North, all these teams, unfortunately for them, have to go into a playoff. So there's not even like an automatic second spot, unfortunately for them. You can see here the player stats. So we've got we've got Kempster on 31 goals for the season in the league. We've got Navarro coming up a close second on 30, miles ahead of Adam Marriott. From Kings Lynn here, who I know is also a really, really good player for the league. Average ratings, again, Kempster, Navarro and McNulty all coming up in the average ratings. It's nice to see 3 York players there in the averages. For assists, we've got Jordan Cox here on 19 goals. I did say he was an assist machine at the start of the season when I brought him in. I think that bears that out there. And player of the match, Austin Samuels from Kidderminster gets the most player of the matches there, ahead of Alex Kempster, but it's pretty much a tie. Jameson third on the clean sheets. Yellow cards, top of the league of yellow cards of naughty boys. It's Pietro Romano, and then 12 is Steve McNulty. So I think there's something in this tactic. I think it does get stuck in on there, which causes players to pick up yellows and reds. Might explain Vieira a little bit. And then, we can see from the squad here, the squad screen, if we go to good old work the spaces, complete view, I think it is, squad view. No, it's not the squad view. Ultimate stats view. There we go. So you can see, let's just have a look at the form for the season. So Joe Tate didn't really play much at all for me here. And we've got Kempster, Navarro, Cox and Dyer, McNulty, Muscat, Bars, Ben Camis and Pietro Romano there. So all those players, apart from Joe Tate, because he only played for me 2 times I think in the entire season, so it's not really fair to base form off of that. All those players will certainly be sticking around. Romario Vieira will be staying with us. I think I'll renew Bond. Harry Spratt and Kieran Harrison have already got new contracts. So is Ben Camis and Bars, by the way. In terms of, but pretty much all the rest here that you see, I'll be letting go. So we should have quite a lot of shopping to do in the summer, which I am certainly looking forward to. I think that's my strength on Football Manager, is squad building and signing and developing youngsters. But if we have a look at the club vision here, the board announced the budgets as soon as we got promoted. Unfortunately for us, or excellently I suppose for us, if you remember, the wages previously or prior were 24k a week, and we'd been spending around sort of 27k. So we were well over our budgets in the red, and the work within wage budget that the board requested there was a little bit, iffy at stages. But now the new budgets have been released for the season, we've actually got 39k a week, which is superb for the season here. That's, if you think that our top players are earning what I think they're probably earning, like 1k. If we could just go back to the normal squad view here, squad profile view, I prefer this one. Yeah, if we look, I mean our most highly played player here, Jordan Cox, is on 1.2. We've only got 3 players on 1k, so with that extra budget we could get a team of like 7 or 8 players, more players I should say, on that budget. Jordan Cox is wanted by Bradford and Burton, which is a bit of a blow. I think he's just signed a new contract. He hasn't. I'll have to look into that in the summer. Navarro, likewise. If we have to, I'll be selling them for sort of 100, 200k. I'm not going to sell for anything less than that. I've seen them, in the next division above, and I know that they're very, very good for that level indeed. Anybody else wanted? No. Maguire and Newton, they're going to be going on freeze at the end of the season. So let's have a look at dynamics here. Team cohesion, social groups, hierarchy is the one I want. McNulty is our captain, and again he's upset, so that might be a gap where he goes. Highly influential player is Bond. That's one of the reasons I may want to keep him around the club. And then some of this lot here are going to have to step up to fill the void here. We do need team leaders, and we do need influential players, but that sort of does tend to come with more experience in the squad, or more time, I should say, in the squad here. So in terms of our team report here, if we just have a look at our depth, you'll see certainly we're keeping hold of Navarro, obviously. We're keeping hold of Kempster. I'd like probably to keep hold of Burrow. The rest can go. Not too bothered about the rest of them. Barr certainly is staying around here over on the left-hand side. I really like him there. Chemis and Vieira, even though Vieira is prone to a red card, I like him. I think he can develop. I think he'll be worth it for us. Cox is sticking around. Lankar is sticking around probably, and then the rest can go. Anyone else can go. Muscat is definitely staying at left back. He's good enough for the next level. Romano certainly good enough for the next level. After Romano, though, we may have a bit of an issue. So I certainly want a couple of central defenders on a free. Right back, I'm happy with Nathan Dyer. I'm happy with the new kid Moore. I don't think we need too much extra there, and certainly top priority in the summer is going to be a goalie. So maybe a couple of defenders, a goalie, maybe an auxiliary striker or two, and a left winger, and maybe a central midfielder. So certainly plenty to look into in the summer. We do have the budgets, which I'm delighted with. So I'm going to be having a really fun time. I think this weekend, going through all my players, all my scouted players, and offering out contracts. So I hope you really enjoyed that season there, guys. That was my first ever season here on YouTube. Hope you really enjoyed it. Hope you've picked up a few tips of how I like to play the game, maybe a few names that you can introduce into your squad. And once again, big shout out, big thank you to FM Llama. Please do go over onto his YouTube channel and give him a shout out as well if you've not already come from him. And like I say, our next episode here of the York Save should be on Monday. Again, I've not decided the best release time. I think maybe sort of around 6 or 7 p.m. Will be my release time. But I do hope you all have a smashing weekend. I hope you enjoy playing FM through the weekend. I certainly will be. And I will see you in the transfer special on Monday.